All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to touch upon something that I used to do in my monthly business update videos. So I think I have enough this time to make a standalone video, and that is everything I invested into this month. We're going to go with some sealed product that I bought for the store that will either already is on the store or will eventually be on the store. And then we have some singles. I was on vacation, so y'all know I had to go to a card show. I picked up some singles there. I did some trades, just some buying as well. So first up, we got some girl cards. Now I got these for my girlfriend, but oh boy, that glare is kind of bad. All right, maybe we do one at a time. We got the, what is that, the Fido? Yeah, the Fido. We got the Milcery. We got the Slurpuff. Boy, that glare is really bad. And we have the Execute. These are just cards my girlfriend thought were pretty cute. And yeah, I was like, all right, sure. The Umbreon I got from a guy that I've dealt with one other time before, or maybe two other times before. Those I dealt with the guy before. I actually got a Otani rookie PSA 10 from him in a trade for some 151 Japanese booster packs that I imported from Japan, from the Pokemon Center. Back then you could actually order from the Pokemon Center without having a, it was like cell phone verification or something like that. So now it's kind of impossible unless you know the loopholes, which it's just not worth it in my opinion. So I got both of those from a connection I had already made that I got the Otani from. And I still have the Otani today. I'll probably try to move that at the show because Otani is, he's just the GOAT, really. He's just the GOAT. Next, we have some cards I traded for. I traded one piece for these. This was out of the house fund, essentially. This is out of the collection. I traded an OP01 Romance Dawn white bottom booster box. That is the second wave reprint box, essentially. So the original print has a blue bottom. The second print has a white bottom. It's like a $1,600-ish box, somewhere around there. I think at its peak it was like $2,200, but I had like 10 people ghost me for that box. Like I had so many deals set up. Either they ghost me when it's time to show up or they just stop responding, which, thanks for wasting my time and now you look like a jackass. But yeah, so I ended up sticking with it, and guy who I think I've transacted with him one more time, one more pack on Instagram. Give him a follow. And this is some of the stuff I got from him. I got a Kabutops first edition holo. This is pretty minty for the age. There's none listed on TCG Player. I'm the only one listed on TCG Player. I also got this Rayquaza EX. This is an XY promo. Now it is a PSA 10, or it's a PSA 9. The PSA 10s are like a pop 7 and they sell for like $40,000. But this PSA 9, I believe it's like a pop 346 or something like that. That's actually sold. I have to package that, which is why I'm filming the video now. I also got an Ampharos EX. This is only a PSA 4. I really like these cards. I am an Ampharos fan, believe it or not. I don't know. I like playing with him in the games and stuff like that. And I know my brother likes collecting those EXs, so maybe he'll buy it from me. Or if not, that's a card I wouldn't mind keeping. I also got this Mega Gengar EX. This is a promo from the collector chest. It is only a PSA 7, but even as a PSA 7, it is still worth like $250 to $275. So I'll probably be looking to move that at a card show of some sort, just because it's a PSA 7. If it was a higher grade, I probably would keep it, just because Black Star promos and promos in general have been popping off, especially in the older mid-era generations and XY and stuff like that. They're definitely harder to come by, definitely low pop, and they're very popular, very nice arts. Like that is a very good art. Same thing with the Rayquaza. Like both of these cards are very nice looking. If I could stop getting glare. There we go. Wow, right there's the sweet spot. So both of these cards are very, very good looking, very low pop and high grades. Like it's a no-brainer to kind of buy and hold those in my opinion. All right, so some other stuff I bought at the card show. Now, the card show was back home in Pennsylvania. A lot of people didn't want to budge from market. It was hard for me to get deals at 90%. I had to pay 90%. And I walked in, I was like, hey, look, I'm another vendor. I'm not from the area. I'm just trying to look what's here, buy some stuff. I'm originally from the area, don't live here anymore. So all I really got, I got two more Victinis, As y'all know, I have 2 of these in a PSA 10, and I have a couple of these boxes. These are more so for investments than quick flips. I believe this promo, well, I haven't looked these over if these are gradable, but if they are, it's like a 22% gem rate, and it's like a $250 card. If you were in my Discord, I did call that card out when it was like $110 to $130. I was like, this is a screaming buy all day, and tomorrow you should buy them. That's why I got 2. I can keep one, and I can sell one when it's, $700, $1,000, $1,200, whatever it goes up to being. I can sell one and keep the other. Now, I also bought these 3. These are more starters, Infernape, Turtwig, and Piplup. I just like them, to be honest. I have a Kanto set. I sold a Kanto set. And yeah, I mean, I originally wanted to collect all of these, but I think it would just be too expensive. And I think the PSA 10s, originally what I wanted was all 27 in PSA 10s. That would be way too expensive unless I could grade them all, but seems like the quality control on these cards isn't that great. Most of my cards I pull is off-centered, so I just kind of picked these up because I was like, hey, they're cute. They'll probably do well long run, and I could always sell them if I wanted to. Now, at a flea market, I got a Floetti. This is a holo. This is just a promo. I believe it's XY. Yeah, XY12139. It's a cute card. It's like $3. I got it for like $2. I was like, that seems way too cheap, way undervalued. That's probably, in my opinion, that should have been like a $10 card, but it's near mint. It's pretty minty. The holo might have some scratches on it, but not too worried about it. Next, I had some Fanatics credit. It was like sign up, make an account, and they gave you some credit. So I got the Sylveon from, what is this, Gem Pack Volume 2, I think. It's like the dancing one in the field, and they have the sleeping Umbreon, but the Umbreon's too expensive. So I ended up paying relatively cheap for this because I had the credit. I just thought, Chinese is popping off. It's a Sylveon. It's the second most popular evolution. Let's be real here. Second most popular, behind Umbreon, obviously. But it's a cute card. I don't even know what the pop or gem rate is on it. I didn't really pay much attention to that. Then I have another Sylveon. This is a Sylveon VMAX. What is this from? Brilliant Stars. This is from Brilliant Stars. This is a PSA 10 as well. And I actually have 1 or 2 raw copies that I wanted to grade. Never did. Obviously, $80 isn't worth it. I think I paid like $160 or something like that. I actually got it from Retrospecs on eBay. Shout out to Retrospecs. I believe he also said it in a YouTube video. I was like, fuck it. I'm down. Let's buy it. So I did. Next, I got a Rayquaza VMAX. This is another PSA 10. This is from Crown Zenith. And I think with Rayquaza set coming out, you cannot go wrong with Rayquazas. Like I said, with the EX promo, I think I should have held on to this because the PSA 10 is 40 grand. I think the PSA 9, still being a low pop, 3 something, I feel like at 1,500, that is still super duper cheap. Is that going to be a $10,000 card in a PSA 9? Probably not. But is $1,500 too cheap? It's probably like a $5,000 card. And I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the year it is a $5,000 card. But again, that's for the house fund. So I kind of had to get cash for it, Finally, I'm able to complete my SV era Pokemon Center exclusive ETB promos in PSA 10s. I got it. It's the Tornadus from White Flare. As you can see, this little stupid Pokemon Center stamp made this like a $600 card. I don't think this card is worth $600. It's just a super low pop card. Now I officially have them all, and now I'm officially done collecting the PC ETB promos because they've just gone too stupid. They're just so expensive that nobody in their right mind can afford those unless you're like some multimillionaire or something crazy. I just can't justify spending, $7,000 on a Zekrom. I don't even have that. Most people don't have that laying around to spend on a shiny piece of cardboard in hard plastic, nah. Anyway, last card I picked up, this is the Umbreon from Prismatic in a PSA 10. I got this in a trade. It was my blockbuster deal for some vintage NFL boxes. I want to say last June or July, I made some shorts, I believe they were shorts, talking about getting my 1976 NFL cello boxes wrapped. So I had multiple of them. I got rid of 3 of them, and I got partial cash, partial trade for this bad boy, and so I offloaded a couple of those. And yeah, so that is part of the house fund again. So I'll be looking to liquidate that back into cash at some point. When that is, I don't know. The right deal has to come by because I know I can get like 70 or I know I can get like 95 or 96% by consigning it. So why would I, take anything less than that when I can just consign it and get that? You know what I mean? But I'm a little lazy. I don't like doing paperwork and worrying about all that shit in the mail and stuff like that. So honestly, I'll probably stick with it. It's got a low gem rate. It's like 30%. The Moonbreon's way higher. And this is actually more expensive than the Moonbreon. So can this be a $10,000 card one day? I don't know. The gem rate's low, but the population's high. It's ultra modern. Should we have a $10,000 card that new? Probably not. It is like $58,000 or $6,000 right now. So can it be 7? Can it be 65 by the end of the year? Maybe. Who knows? If they stop freaking printing prismatic, maybe they will. So yeah, so that's all the singles and slabs I got. Now onto some stuff for the store. It's really just ancillary products. I got a art set of the Charizard XY tins. That is on the website already. We got some Ascended Heroes mini tins. I have one Ascended Heroes 3-pack blister. I'm like, do I even want to list that? I don't know. Maybe. I also got some Great Tusk boxes. Now, the issue with these is obviously these are massive to ship. So if you check the website, link in the description of the video, I'm shipping these broken downs. If you want the jumbo promo, let me know. But yeah, it's 12 packs? It's 11 packs. So that's basically where we're at. You got 11 packs broken down. You'll get all the promo cards. Again, if you want the jumbo, I can ship that too. No big deal. But you get the promo cards. I'll probably penny sleeve and top load those. And yeah, so ship's broken down. And then some other things I grabbed was the Prismatic SPC. So those are on the website. And then I have a crap ton more of the Chinese boxes. You got Gem Pack Volume 4, Gem Pack Volume 5 coming. I try to be cheaper than everybody else if I can, just so that way, people come to me over them. And I did get a crap ton new customers because of that. And then Terrastal Grand Gathering. It's basically the Chinese Prismatic Evolutions. They have a UPC and they have a exclusive Sylveon artwork. They're just too expensive right now. Same thing with the ancillary products. The ancillary products have like a cool badge. They have a coin set with like exclusive coins. I don't think that's that super popular. I don't think that gimmick is gonna go very well. But they also have really, really cool binder collections. But you're looking at over $100 per binder collection to get that in right now. And I just don't see anybody paying that. Maybe if they were like $40 or $50 and, I could tack on, $10 or whatever it is on top of it where I can actually make some money, then maybe, but at $100 a piece before I tack my margin and fees and all that, I just can't justify that. So we are waiting a little bit for Terrastal Grand Gathering, and maybe we get booster boxes, in a couple weeks. Maybe we can get the UPCs. The UPCs, for me to sell a UPC, it would be like $330 to $350 roughly maybe. So again, just not worth it. I don't see anybody paying that. And why would you? I wouldn't pay that either. So anyway, I think that's really all I grabbed this month. If you guys are interested in following along on my journey for business and selling my personal collection for buying a house, make sure you smash that subscribe button and join the Discord. It is free. There's a link in the description below. If you want to support me, shop my website, also in the description below, or in the link tree if you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. That's all I got for you guys. This is Max Pax signing out.